Good evening, busy bees. It is Saturday, November 22nd. Here's your evening news rundown in under 5 minutes. The ceasefire in Gaza is all but collapsed, with multiple strikes reported today. Despite the truce kind of sort of being still in place, there has been continuous bombings of Palestinians when the truce or ceasefire was announced. So Israeli airstrikes killed at least 2 dozen Palestinian humanitarian groups that violates the agreement and makes aid deliveries nearly impossible. Hamas has warned mediators that it considers the deal effectively over if Israel does not pull back from key positions. Aid agencies say the humanitarian situation is rapidly deteriorating and could revert to full-scale fighting if diplomacy fails. The Trump administration reportedly moved ahead with strikes on suspected drug boats in the Caribbean and Eastern Pacific, raising red flags among senior military attorneys that the operations may lack legal authority or violate international law. Myself and others have been saying this since the inception of this. As the tensions rise, war is imminent with Venezuela, where we're going to go in there and just forcefully change regimes and oust Maduro. This is, I don't even know what to describe this. It's a hostile takeover. What are we doing? It's obvious we're going in there. It's not about drugs. It's about their oil. It's about their natural gas. They have the largest on top cache of gold in the world, not to mention their natural minerals needed for these batteries, and it's just so obvious and painfully clear what the U.S. is doing, and it lacks the authority to do so, but they're gonna, I guess, do it anyway. Trump has fired people for disagreeing with him and pointing it out that you're not supposed to be doing this. So instead of saying, you know what, let me look into this, no, I'm going to fire you and do it anyway. That seems to be a theme with him. Former NSC official Lieutenant Eugene Vindman is pushing for the release of a 2019 phone call transcript between President Trump and Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, citing serious concerns about what he reviewed. The call may relate to discussions after the murder of journalist Jamal Khashoggi, raising foreign influence alarms. I think this call is horrendous. I think that it's not a surprise to anyone what's going to be heard on it. Will it be released? Will the transcript be released? I don't know. Vindman doesn't have the authority to release that, but he's already told us pretty much that this is horrible. And what we've heard in general from this regime since January has been all terrible. I mean, we're going into, what is it, 155 months of this presidency already? I mean, technically it's like month 11, but it feels like 11,000 at this point. How much illegal activity is going to happen before Congress does its job? I would like to know. I'm sure everyone else would like to know. The White House announced that legal safeguards previously in place for Somali origin migrants living in Minnesota will be terminated, making many eligible for deportation under current immigration law. Officials say the change follows assessments that the special protections are no longer justified. I feel terrible for everyone involved. I mean, I don't even know what to say. This is sickening, and if this doesn't sicken you, what they're doing to immigrants who've had protections here, who are doing it the right way, I don't know what to say about you. It doesn't mean that just because we don't like what this regime is doing, doesn't mean that we don't agree with deporting people. We just want humanity. That seems to be missing. This is your evening news rundown. Stay smart, stay safe, stay informed. Like, share, and follow if you can.